up, Tzu Chi volunteers in the United States hold winter relief distributions for the homeless in Texas and Minnesota. And in Klang, Malaysia, a shop donates their profits for the day to help the victims of Hurricane Matthew in Haiti. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Lee-Shioda. Thank you for joining us. As it is nearing the winter season in the United States, volunteers from Texas and Minnesota recently headed to homeless shelters to distribute winter aid supplies, including hot meals, blankets, and clothing, bringing them love and warmth for the season.
Volunteers, including young people who have never tried cooking, are busy making fried spring rolls for the homeless.
I usually don't do this because I'm bad at cooking, but I think it was a good experience today. I had a lot of fun.
I attended Tzu Chi's activities when I was young because I wanted to look for an activity that was Taiwanese related, but later I found out that the group was actually doing something meaningful. By joining, I can also help others. We enjoy doing this very much. Since all of my family members do it together, it's like an activity for the whole family.
To distribute winter aid supplies, Tzu Chi volunteers from Minnesota paid a visit to Simpson Homeless Shelter to deliver hot meals and clothing for the homeless.
The gift presentation I always find to be very humbling, and I very much appreciate the spirit of gratitude that we that I with you get to experience in giving the gifts, and that is a somewhat unique sentiment.
Meanwhile, Tzu Chi is also caring for the homeless in Austin, Texas, where a group of Tzu teens are making 100 sandwiches with the toast and jam donated by some bakeries. As it is getting colder and colder in the winter season, volunteers bring aid supplies and food to the homeless shelter and distribute them to the needy, giving them warmth and love.
Tzu Chi has long enjoyed a cooperation with Fuding Hospital in China, and now the two groups are preparing to host a free clinic in rural Xiamen Township. In advance of this clinic, a group of volunteers visited patients to learn about their physical needs, as well as inform them about the upcoming clinic.
Tzu Chi volunteers in Fuding City's Xiamen Township are taking to the streets to inform everyone about the upcoming clinic.
我觉得这样子的活动对我们很好，对居民很好的，这样子的很少。
对，因为我们这个创办人是台湾的一个证言法师，因为他就是说，因为我们看病很难嘛，像我们农村看病比较难，所以说他就是要每年办这个义诊，能够让我们比较偏远乡亲能够就在当地就能够解决自己的问题。
Originally, the Tzu Chi Foundation cooperated with Fuding Hospital to host this free local clinic.
I am happy to hear it doesn't cost any money. If it did, I couldn't afford it.
Volunteers and healthcare workers divide into 5 groups to visit families in this rural area whose economic situation means that they simply have to live with their illness.
For some people, even transportation costs to a public health clinic can be economically prohibitive, so this free clinic is quite valuable to them.
The medicine is also free, and we will help you do a health checkup, and to checkup including ultrasound and ECG. What's your name, Grandpa?
In the end, this advanced clinic team signed up more than 1,000 people to attend the free clinic, with each being given an appointed time and the chance to alleviate their long-term discomfort and regain a bit of good health.
Dalian Tzu Chi Hospital recently assisted with a health screening at a Buddhist nunnery in Nepal in cooperation with the Healthcare Foundation of Nepal. Free screenings were offered to help diagnose kidney problems among the women and to help prevent any problems before they develop. In total, 234 people were screened in a single day.
The Healthcare Foundation of Nepal, along with Tzu Chi volunteers, we're holding a clinic to screen for kidney-related problems and other issues.
This health screening is taking place at a Buddhist nunnery in Nepal. The deputy superintendent of Tzu Chi Dalian Hospital was among the clinical doctors helping. Tzu Chi volunteers are on site to help. They teach a song with sign language and also give talks about Tzu Chi's mission to the nuns as they wait for screenings. Volunteers also ran into Miss Nima, an old friend who volunteered after Nepal's earthquake.
Many thanks to Master Zhen Yan. I am a volunteer with Tzu Chi in Nepal, and I really miss you all.
This Nepalese doctor, wearing a doctor's robe made from plastic bottles, talks with patients and makes sure they understand why preventing problems before they appear is so important.
We do such frequent kidney screening camp. Many people will understand why kidney is important, why it is so important that you can find out disease early.
In a single day, 234 people participated in the screening event with the knowledge that discovering a problem early on is the best way to avoid serious problems later.
Recently, a micromovie was released in Taiwan, which is looking to raise awareness of the struggles of patients who have severe blood diseases that need stem cell transplants. Inspired by this micromovie, the lead in the movie, Nana Oh-young, says since she is not yet 18, when she becomes of age, she will register to help give someone a second chance at life.
有一种等待，也许要跨越千山万水。
Vacantly staring out of the hospital room window, Nana Oh-young plays a young patient who has blood cancer and is waiting for a stem cell transplant.
有一种等待。
There's a kind of waiting that's a race against time.
This newly released micromovie is helping to raise awareness of the struggles of a patient waiting for a matched stem cell donor.
加油！医生说。
Hang in there, the doctor said just a bit longer.
Gail Lin plays Oh-young's mother, and watching Lin rush through the hospital halls to get the matching results brings much emotions to people. Oh-young says she will register to be a donor when she turns 18.
希望自己18岁就可以，
I have a small goal and wish when I turn 18, which is to help. Perhaps for us, it's just one day or so out of my time, but to the patients, it can help them for a lifetime.
According to statistics, each month about 300 patients seek to find a match from Tzu Chi's stem cell and bone marrow registry. It is hoped that this micromovie can help inspire people to take action and register to help save a life. The implementation of a zero euthanasia policy at municipal shelters will be accompanied by a change in values, as some hope adoption can replace the purchase of pets at stores. In addition, some programs are introducing dogs in schools to teach students about how to respect the life of all sentient beings.
大家好，这是皇阿玛。
万岁皇朝。
这是招娣，这是三角 Socks， 露露，这是晚肠，这是柚子。
Queen, concubine, minor principal, princess are all on this webpage. And if we open up their Facebook page, this organization has already received 1 million likes, as Fumin Cats is very popular in Taiwan. These two cat lovers are not only good writers, but use the latest software and communication apps, including stickers. The aim of their organization is quite simple, promoting adoption instead of purchasing, as all of their cats are mixed and not purebred.
At that time, I lived on my own at the dormitory of Chinese Culture University, and when we opened the door, we saw it rush in.
They put up an adoption notice for this particular cat message on the internet, but very few people responded.
It was thin and malnourished because most people want to adopt young cats. So I have been taking care of the cat all the way until now.
After adopting the cat, it grew quite quickly, and from this moment of adoption, these two individuals took a more serious attitudes towards strays. In addition to actively promoting adoption instead of purchasing pets, they also work to instill important concepts in owners.
在很早之前，我们就有先顾虑到一件事，就是说
In the early days, we worry about what would happen if it got sick. When we started this workshop, we could create an account that was especially used as a cat emergency medical fund.
As it would turn out, the fund would come in handy when Lulu became seriously ill.
Many times, you need to make such arrangements. Otherwise, without it, you can be quite sad. And with no money, the alternative is waiting for death or euthanasia.
In Taiwan, there's no health insurance systems for dogs and cats, and when these animals become seriously ill, huge medical expenses are often one of the reasons why owners abandon their pets. A pet's end-of-life care must also be part of the education for pet owners.
Hello， 上班？没有，要去操场啊？是谁？小朋友在哪里？好，你要去找小朋友。小朋友在哪里
？Hello。我们握手。
Hello， 我们再去慈济医院好不好？
There are dozens of hands now stroking Halu as this dog specially accompanies teens in the special education class.
我们都喜欢抱它，对不对？但是抱它可以勒很紧吗？不行，要注意什么？安全。
Sometimes we tell children how to love animals or how to protect animals. In fact, there's not really any way to demonstrate, but if we have Halu right in front of them, they can actually reach out and touch it.
As a companion, Halu can also be quite comforting.
Most of the children in the school don't want to get too close to the students in this special education class. But because they want to see the dog, they are now willing to come by and say hello.
Before, I used to fear contact with outside dogs, but now I don't fear dogs because of my relationship with Halu.
Fu'an Junior High School has 3 such dogs serving the campus, as the trainer of these dogs is actually the principal.
A lot of people want to use dogs to sort of promote life education in schools, but I think we have trained staff to do this, as students won't be scared and parents can rest assured. After dogs have been trained, they are much more stable.
Teaching respect for life from an early age is even more important as Taiwan enters an era of zero euthanasia. Whether it's cats or dogs, wild or domesticated animals, all of them deserve the best possible treatment from mankind.
After Hurricane Matthew devastated Haiti, Tzu Chi volunteers around the world have been holding charity sales to help the victims. Next in Klang, Malaysia, local Tzu Chi volunteers also held a charity sale to raise money to help the victims in Haiti. Also, some businesses decided to donate 1 day of their earnings to help hurricane survivors.
To raise money for hurricane victims in Haiti, Tzu Chi volunteers in Klang have been holding charity sales for 3 weeks.
Each and every volunteer has love. When everyone cooks a dish, that will be a lot of dishes. We have 30 dishes.
I came to exercise, but now that I've seen it, I will come to buy a little to do good deeds.
They're raising money for victims in Haiti.
Local businesses also respond by donating what they earn in a day.
I'm touched by this charity because when I told my customers that we were looking to help, many ran home to get money and donated to us.
There are less fortunate people who need people like us who are capable to help them. I was just doing something that I could do.
Love can overcome great distance, as these Malaysians are enthusiastic about sending their love to the other side of the earth.
Tzu Chi Malacca Kindergarten in Malaysia held its 15th graduation ceremony for 34 graduates. These students have become more mature after 3 years of learning at the school. The students gave a performance about environmental protection with their teachers, which encouraged many to reflect on the importance of environmentalism.
The students bowed to thank their teachers. After 3 years of humanitarian learning, they have become more mature.
Teachers are very attentive in teaching the students by nurturing their hearts, so they can learn to be good people, which is more important than how to get good grades.
She volunteers to help me make beds and do chores. After she comes home, we'll have dinner. After that, she will do her homework. When I ask her to help me with chores, she will help me.
139 teachers and students of the kindergarten performed together to remind people to cherish resources. These students have many reflections.
要爱护海洋，
We must protect the sea or the earth will die.
做环保，吃素食。
We must protect the environment and be vegetarians because the earth is sick.
Parents are invited to watch the performance. After watching the video, some have decided to change.
就是在环保这
I must leave my child on the recycling part. I haven't done very well on this area, so I must do better on it.
还要再更加的加强。
The 34 graduates in the 15th graduation ceremony will start a new learning path in their lives, with blessing from their teachers.
Next, we have the same type of graduating ceremony, but over in Singapore. The Singapore DaAi Kindergarten held a graduating ceremony for its third graduating class. There were several performances where students talked about things they learned over the year. The parents were impressed by how much of a positive impact the kindergarten has had on their children.
谢谢老师，您辛苦了，我们爱您。
Here at Singapore's DaAi Kindergarten, they are celebrating the third graduation ceremony. 20 youngsters are graduating to elementary school and receiving the teacher's blessings.
I want them to learn the culture, learn the belief. They learn how to respect people, love people. I also love their vegetarian food, so they managed to learn to eat vegetarian in school.
They threw the rubbish everywhere.
During the ceremony, the students talk about respecting life and loving others, and also about the importance of protecting the environment. The parents are impressed by all the things the children have been learning at school.
They learn the importance of protecting the environment. When we use too much water at home, the kids will point it out to us. They remind us to use less water and to turn off all the lights.
As these students embark on the next chapter of their education, they are also helping educate their parents as they grow.
Staying in Singapore, a 6-year-old student from the Tzu Chi Great Love Preschool, Kor Xing-yi, has learned to do recycling properly as well as eat vegetarian food after attending the school. Her perseverance in adopting a meatless diet has also encouraged her family to join her on this habit.
On the weekly campus recycling day, all the kindergarten children bring the recyclables from their homes to practice recycling. Doing recycling is not something new for Kor Xing-yi. She often picks up trash on the streets whenever she sees it.
那个是 smoking corner 来的。
Because it is a smoking corner, some drink cans have been left on the ground. She told me there was a lot of trash and then she picked it up right away before I could do it.
捡起来后，捡起垃圾桶。
At home, recycling resources can also be changed into Xinyi's toys.
你拿来做什么呢？做厨房啊？用什么啊？
recycle 纸，环保的纸。
然后做成什么？
一个名卡。因为有时候。
Because there was a drawing on the back of the recycling paper, but there wasn't anything on the other side, so I can reuse the paper.
6-year-old Xinyi has been studying at Tzu Chi Great Love Preschool for 3 years. Besides learning to help her mother around the house, she also encourages her family to adopt a meatless diet.
老师也讲过了，我们要保护动物。
Teachers told us that we should protect animals. I have learned many good things at school, so I want to learn more. I will do these good things bravely. She has asked me many times if milk is vegetarian. She has also asked me whether cheese is meatless food too.
Xinyi's family all support her decision, including her father, who loves eating meat.
是因为从小到大我都是吃。
I have loved eating meat more than veggies since I was young. Because Xinyi loves eating vegetables, we have more meatless food at home. We all join to eat veggies with her.
I'm going to mark for yesterday because I ate veggies yesterday and I forgot to note it down.
Now Xinyi makes filling out the vegetarian passport her daily responsibility. With this mission in her heart, she can not only help protect all living things on Earth, but also do good deeds at the same time.
Many people are now aware of the burden disposable cups place on the planet and will opt to bring their own beverage containers when heading out. However, most normal-sized containers can be heavy when filled with water and too big to fit inside a small purse. Recently, Tzu Chi volunteers in Taiwan have begun toting around a smaller container that can fit inside a purse. To live an eco-friendly life, many people will bring their own beverage container when going out. However, when it is filled with water, it can be a bit heavy. Bringing a mug is not so convenient either. Now, there's a new option. This glass mug of about 7 or 8 centimeters high, which is smaller than a regular-sized mug, is what many Tzu Chi volunteers are now using.
It's lightweight and doesn't take up space inside my purse.
Using it to drink coffee or tea, the miniature mug comes with a lid to prevent spills.
We just need to put the lid on, which is nice and tight. The drink inside won't spill either.
As more and more people are living the green life, disposable cups are less and less in use. Instead, most people are bringing their own drinking containers everywhere. With this new lightweight and convenient option that is suitable for both hot and cold beverages, one needn't worry about burdening the environment or one's shoulder. In Taiwan, 5-year-old Xiaohong has relied on a wheelchair his whole life. Seeing the children out on the playground during recess, he was always quite envious. To help the 5-year-old fulfill his dream, the Maria Social Welfare Foundation held a special game of dodgeball with the students from Shichen Elementary. 2 students from Shichen Elementary are safeguarding one child while playing a game of dodgeball. Changing the rules of the game to where after the ball is caught, the thrower needs to wait 5 seconds before they can throw it, so the children have a chance to run away. 5-year-old Xiaohong has waited to play this game for a whole year.
我好开心可以跟同学一起玩。
With the rules of the game changed, they can play like normal children.
Finally fulfilling his dream, Xiaohong has worked hard in the past year in his rehabilitation. He has congenital spinal cord malformation and has relied on a wheelchair all his life.
因为我想走了。
所以都不会害怕疼痛。
不会。
When he first came here, he couldn't walk on his own, even with the walking assistance. He didn't know how to use it, so we needed to teach him step by step. He's practiced for a whole year.
Xiaohong can even ride a bike now.
骑车的感觉是什么？
好开心。
Enjoying his bit of freedom of movement, Xiaohong's life is more colorful than before. In Taichung, a concert was held where a celloist and 2 patients performed at the CMU Children's Hospital. Together, the 2nd annual musical performance gave the audience full of sick patients a chance to forget their physical pain. We will leave you with these images at the end of the program. Thank you for watching. See you next time.